Boil up is a popular national dish of Belize that's largely influenced by Scottish and African cuisines. It's very easy to make because, like the name says, everything is boiled. Welcome to the Bear Pantry Show. If you're looking for authentic Belizean recipes, then you're in the right place. My name is Barbara and this is Cooking Made Simple. Come along with Joe and me to our local seafood market as we shop for the ground food. So this is the frozen yucca or cassava, but this is the fresh one. So Joe's going to grab a piece. Of course, we're going to need cocoa or taro. And don't forget sweet potato. So now let's go back home, take a look at what we have here. Besides the stuff that we picked up, I have some ripe plantains, some regular potatoes. Joe has a sweet potato in his hand, but we're not going to use that one. We're going to use the one that I have. We're going to need 1 can of coconut milk. And of course, Joe is grabbing the coconut oil that we made from scratch in a prior video. We're going to need hard-boiled eggs, pigtails, and a couple of red snappers. Boiled cake, and of course, the boil-up sauce. Now, screenshot this, guys. This is from my cookbook, all right? Now, let's start by boiling the egg. I'm adding some salt to my boiling water. My eggs are at room temperature. I'm just going to lower them in, set the timer for 12 minutes. 12 minutes later, just remove them from the hot water and then put them in the ice bath. Now, I'm making the boil-up sauce. I'm using 2 cans of regular tomato sauce and 1 can of the El Pato because that's hot. I'm going to have to put water in it anyway, so why not rinse out the pan, right? Or rinse out the can. So, Mom taught me this. Close the lid completely before you throw it in the trash so nobody gets cut, the people who are taking the trash out. So take a look at this. That's enough onions. So I'm just going to put this on my saute burner and just let it saute while Joe gets the pigtail ready to cook.
This is the pigtail we're going to use for the boil up, and it's speckled pigtail. So we got to boil it to get the salt out of it. So let's get ready.
Joe put all 4 pieces in this big pot, and then he's just going to fill it with water and then put it on the double burner so that they can boil, all right? We bought the fish at the same store in Gardena where we picked up the counts a few weeks ago. So now Joe's going to cut this lemon and squeeze it all on top of the fish. So we like to do lemon or lime when we're doing seafood. And he's just kind of washing it off, and then he's checking for any excess scales that may not have been cleaned off from the store. Now he's cored the fish, 2 spots on the fish, and he's just putting salt and black pepper, and he's rubbing it into the slits that he put on the fish. So now my sauce is ready. Let me go ahead and stir it. Yeah, this is thick enough. This is reduced enough. Hit it with some salt and some black pepper. Not too much salt because the tomato sauce has salt. Pour it in something pretty that we're going to serve in. Now, the pigtail is boiling. Joe's going to dump off that first amount of water, put more water on it, and boil it yet again. So now he's taking care of the ground food. This is what these are called, ground food. And look, the cassava, the yucca, is peeled much like a plantain. Now I'm peeling the regular potatoes and the cocoa or the taro. Joe's chopping into this big sweet potato. We're just going to use 1 piece of it. Pick a piece, Joe. No, he wants me to pick it, so I picked this one. So then we have to peel it also. And then chop it into smaller pieces because this will take a long time to boil if you don't do that. So he's just chopping up all the other pieces. Now he's going to peel the 2 plantains. And this dish also uses green plantains, but I didn't want any of that today. So Joe is at his best when he's in his kitchen. Now I'm getting ready to make the boiled cake that I showed you guys earlier. So it's 1 cup of flour to 1 teaspoon of baking powder and some milk. And you can absolutely make it with water. I think authentically it is made with water, but I like making it with milk because it makes it more fluffy. So I just have to knead this to make a dough. And this is only going to give me 3 pieces, which is more than enough because Joe doesn't eat this. There are certain things that I don't eat from this dish and certain things that Joe doesn't eat. So just roll this one into a ball. Pinch the bottom. And then I'm going to use a rolling pin to go ahead and flatten it. And I want to do this with all 3 pieces. See how thick they are? Now we're getting ready to boil. This is the boil up part of the thing. So he's going to put all the ground food in this big pot and get the milk open, and we're going to use the whole can of coconut milk. Now he's going to cover it up with water and then set it to boil. The pigtail is still cooking, by the way. So now about 20 minutes later, the plantains are done first. Check on them, okay, because the plantains will cook pretty fast. And then the sweet potatoes. And then the regular potatoes. And the one that takes the longest to cook is the yucca or the cassava, right? So don't rush it. Joe's getting out some more of the sweet potato. Now let me go ahead and put the boiled cakes in. Remember, there were only 3 pieces. Just drop them in. The minute they start to swell up like this, remove them. Set them in the bowl. Now Joe is removing his pigtails. Remember, that was in a separate pot. He's putting the 2 fish in the pot that had the coconut milk and the ground food. It still has the cassava. As soon as the fish pinks up like this, remove them. Now let me make this big platter. So I'm going to put a piece of everything. Pigtail, cassava, cocoa, sweet potato. Don't forget plantain, boiled cake, and of course the fish. And I'm going to go outside and take a picture before putting the sauce on, okay? Oh, I forgot the egg. Let me cut into this boiled egg. Isn't it a pretty plate? Now let's go take pictures. And now we're going to make our individual plates. Joe likes the pigtail and I don't, so that's his plate. And then I like the fish, the sweet potato, the boiled cake. Now this is what Joe does with his sauce. He puts the coconut oil in it. He's grabbing the fish, dressing his plate. And then we're going to sit down and eat, guys. Happy dance. Yes. Let me show you guys how beautiful this boiled cake is. Not clammy in here at all. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can know when I upload another video. Also, check out my Belizean cookbook at bearpantryshow.com. Bye now.